In 1999, Jimmy Jamison released a solo album called Empires. This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison, and Empires was released October 17th of 1999. Of course, Jimmy Jamison, the lead vocalist of Survivor, the second lead vocalist. He was the one that was on the song "The Search Is Over." If you're asking who he is, most of you have heard of him. The album came out October 17th, 1999, but it was released originally under the name Jimmy Jamison's Survivor. Because believe it or not, at one time, there were two versions of Survivor. One with Jim Peterick and I believe Frankie Sullivan was still involved in the other. And at one time, Dave Bickle, the guy with Eye of the Tiger, went back to sing with them at one time. Then they had different singers here and there, but this album was released as Jimmy Jamison's Survivor until it got reissued in 2003 for Frontiers Records, and it was only released as Jimmy Jamison Survivors, which technically is a solo album, but technically he was allowed to use the name Survivor for a while. There was some weird court battle going on, but where they all had the rights to the freaking name. Well, either way, the album highlight is the Baywatch song "I'm Always Here." That was like the hit theme from Baywatch, and then you had as bonus tracks 3 live versions of previous Survivor songs, including "Burning Heart," "Rebel," "Soul," and "Too Hot." To Sleep. You also had a Christmas song, "Keep It Evergreen," which is a 1976 cover. It's a cover of the 1976 song "Love Is Alive" by Gary White. Actually, and yes, keep it. Did I say that right? "Keep It Evergreen." Yeah, that's the name of the song. That's a song. Yeah, and then they said that the "Keep It Evergreen." Then they had the cover song of "Love Is Alive," which was a remake of the song that I just said. But, I only have the original version as Jimmy Jamison Survivor, so I don't remember either of those songs being on there. But the album does bring back memories. Some cool songs on there, like "Cry Tough." That was the title track off the album. And then they had a lot of songs on there too. I'll read them all to you. You had "Run from the Thunder," "I'm Always Here." Like I said, that's from the Baywatch. You had the title track "Empires," "First Day of Love," which is another favorite of mine off the album. "Have Mercy," another cool one. Then you had "Just Beyond the Clouds," an excellent ballad. I'm not complaining with that at all. Always good to hear that song. "A Dream Too Far," another cool one called "Love Is Alive." Then we had a song called "November Rain," and no, it's not a cover of the Guns N' Roses tune. And closing out the record was a song called "Calling America." Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Show Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else has to subscribe. We thank you much for the continued love, honor, and support. It is greatly appreciated. And then there were the bonus tracks, and personnel on this album did include Jimmy James and, of course, on lead vocals. Keyboards and backing vocals, Hal Butler. Chris Adamson was on guitar and background vocals. We also had Clay Strodel on drums from tracks 1 to 11. Additional keyboards on tracks 3 and 10. Arrangements, horns, and string instruments on 4, 6, 7, and 10. And I'm not gonna go into all the additional musicians here, but Michael Cimbella, the guy from Maniac, of course, he did additional keyboards on tracks 3 and tracks 10, and of course track 3 was "I'm Always Here," the Baywatch team, and then track 10, "November Rain." There was also Lisa Frazier, who did some backing vocals, and she was co-lead vocals on the title track "Empires." Once again, friends, if you're not subscribed to the Show Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. And everyone else that is subscribed, we thank you much for the continued love, honor, and support. It is greatly appreciated. So I think the record is a good record. I'm glad that it's still out there and it's not out of print and everything. And apparently it's also considered the last album that was released for Scotty Brothers before they got bought by somebody else. And Germany. It was released by Soul Food Music. I believe that I have that version. I gotta go find the CD. It's somewhere in my collection. Produced by Clay Shortle, and it comes out to 68 minutes and 3 seconds long. But I think that's including the live versions. And then they released 4 singles from it. But I'm Always Here was one. Have Mercy, A Dream Too Far, as well as Keep It Evergreen. But great record and all. Also, a shout out to Mr. Kip Frazier because I know he's a fan of Jimmy Jamison. Just thinking about, I'm just realizing now we're coming in on almost 10 years of the passing of Jimmy Jamison. I know there's a unreleased country album coming out, or it's actually out now, called under the name James Wayne Jamison. So that's any Jimmy Jamison fans. That's something to look out for as well. So your thoughts, friends, on the Empires album from Jimmy Jamison and your favorite tracks off of them. Shame, shame, shame